All right, it's Ken with Alchemy Blends. So let's get into the formula. Where did this come from? So I'm sitting in Maui with some of the best alchemists, some of the best Ayurvedic practitioners, including Prashanthi Dajagar, Peter Kobabe, Josh Pelliser, and we asked the question, how do you make coffee into a health tonic? What's wrong with coffee? Why is it acidifying the body? What happens with demineralizing the body? And how can these elements be transformed into a health tonic? So we spent a lot of time formulating, talking to different industry experts, and began to put the story together. The first thing that was really important is to look at choline. And what is choline, and how does choline create acetylcholine in the mind? When we got acetylcholine, we went through the various types of acetylcholine and found alpha GPC. 90% of people are choline deficient. When you're running the brain and you're running the nervous system, you need the fuel. Your fuel is your neurotransmitters to transmit the neurons and make the neurons work, so that was acetylcholine. Then we started to incorporate the herbs. At the beginning, we were getting bulk herbs like many other companies do, and as we refined this, we got them all organic, certified, the purest herbs in the world. And the first one we really looked at was the Jyotish. It is the light of the mind. So now you have the choline coming in, and you have this herb kind of lighting your mind up and making it work very fluidly and creating a symphony of movement in the mind. This is supported by Coca-Cola, which is a vasodilator and moves a lot of heat out of your mind. So as you're drinking coffee, and coffee is one of the main ingredients that we're using, but it's your coffee. You make an amazing coffee. It's an adenosine antagonist, meaning you're going to block your adenosine and you're going to have your mind kind of wake up, as you know, with coffee. But as it wakes up, what happens to a lot of people? I was just talking with a friend, you can get jitters, you can get nervous for no reason, sometimes get sweaty. With Alchemy Blends, one of the main things was to take this reaction of coffee turning you on and turn it into a more fluid beta wave. So your mind is fluid and connected, and this is really L-theanine. So L-theanine in there at the right amount in your Alchemy Blends. Now you have these interactions between these compounds happening, and the support is really your taurine. Taurine helps support all the neurotransmitters. It's a precursor to make the brain work, amongst a lot of other things in the body. So you start to build up this formula. When we're building the formula, we also have, in what we were doing with Alchemy Blends, is trying to make your coffee into a health tonic, but subtly support the flavor of your coffee. So it doesn't taste like an herbal brew, it tastes like your morning coffee. So it tastes delicious, and it has the ability to not acidify the body, but alkalize the body. So really in alkalization and mineralization, you're gonna look to the cryo minerals. So we have very pure, certified organic cryo minerals, full spectrum trace minerals, full spectrum of minerals that are cryo extracted, so they're ionized and they help to alkalize and rebuild your system. Now your body's humming, you're having that coffee in the morning, your brain's going, neurotransmitters are going, and you need to stay focused. This is really the beauty of the mucuna. Compound it with the lion's mane. It's going to help the brain really work fluidly and maintain its focus and its relaxation. So you're in that focused, humming kind of state, backed with magnesium. One of the best magnesiums you could take is magnesium threonate. Magnesium threonate is a newer one. It was a compound that was derived from the labs over at an MIT professor who actually won a Nobel Prize, not for magnesium threonate, but he was a high-level scientist that found out magnesium threonate helps the magnesium cross the blood-brain barrier, come in and help your body stay working. And when you're working and you stay calm, that's really the effects of magnesium threonate. So now you can study what all these compounding factors are doing, and on top of that, you're throwing in tyrosine, which is one of your main precursors. So you're having all these beautiful compounds, the Jyotish, the Coca-Cola, the lion's mane, the mucuna. The mucuna is helping you build dopamine. So when you put that gas on in the morning or whatever you have your coffee, you have the backing behind it of mucuna, the precursor, the L-dopa, for your neurotransmitter dopamine. So when you have these neurotransmitters and the support coming in, your brain starts working, everything starts humming, and you have Alchemy Blends coming at you. The final step in the puzzle was finding the perfect carrier to carry these herbs into your body. Your coffee is the water channel, but the oil channel carries it much deeper when you deal with herbal concoctions. And what we found is, at the beginning we were using MCT oil, medium chain triglycerides. But then we found a company, one of our production managers found a company that was centrifugal extracting out MCT oil into pure caprylic acid. This medium chain triglyceride is very fast acting, absorbs quick, it is brain fuel, and it carries the herbs and your tonic deep into your body. So many people experience when they take Alchemy Blends that this cacophony of beautiful compounds comes in quickly, creates the focus, creates the relaxation, and creates like a clear buzz that for many people lasts throughout the day. So that's a little story about Alchemy Blends, you know, how these components work together in a symphony, how they were created to work with each other. Like even the lion's mane, a lot of people are like, why don't you throw this in there? I'm like, no, lion's mane works alone and likes to work alone. So we found out how these things work together over the many months of developing this formula to make a perfect symphony and a perfect like music of an herbal formula that you can make your coffee into an herbal tonic.